So in 1994, I did what Jesus told the rich young ruler to do. He said, go. He said, if you want to be perfect or complete, go sell everything you have and give to the poor. Then you'll have treasures in heaven. Then come follow me. So about that time that the Lord was speaking to me about walking away from everything, He was also dealing with me about miraculous signs and wonders. And I just happened to go to a Bible study where the guy leading the Bible study did a Bible study about Elijah and how when Elijah met Elisha, Elisha walked away from everything he had. And if you read the Bible, you'll find out that Paul did it, John did it, Peter did it, Levi did it, Elisha did it. They all walked away from everything they have to follow the Lord. And then I did it. And when I did it, that's when the Lord started speaking to me about miraculous signs and wonders. And that was way back in 94. Then I'm at church and everybody always talks about moving the mountain, the mountain of finances, the mountain of, generational curse, the mountain of sickness, whatever. Everything's a figurative mountain. But that's not what the Lord told me back in 1994. Because I was reading my Bible and I found the verse, Matthew 17:19, where it says, because you have so little faith, truly I tell you, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you. Matthew 21:21, truly I tell you, if you have faith and do not doubt, not only can you do what was done to the fig tree, but also you can say to this mountain, go, throw yourself into the sea, and it will be done. Jesus mentioned it twice. This is two different times he talked about it. In one verse he says, move from here to there. In another verse he says, go throw yourself into the sea. So back in 1994, the Lord's dealing with me about miraculous signs and wonders. He had me walk away from everything. I didn't even have a toothbrush. I didn't even have deodorant. I had a shirt, a pair of pants, socks, and a pair of shoes. That was it. And I had joy unspeakable and full of glory, and I gained treasures in heaven. And that time I started to prophesy and have visions. Then, now here's the word of the Lord. I was reading this verse about if you have faith as a mustard seed, as you can say to this mountain, move from here to there. I was just reading that verse, and the Lord spoke to me, and He said this. He said, when have I ever done that? That's what He said. I was just minding my own business. I wasn't even thinking about miraculous signs and wonders. And He said to me, when have I ever moved a mountain? So I took Him to mean that's something He's planning on doing at some point. Actually, literally moving a mountain. Let's look at what it says, Mark 9:2. Oh, they went up to the high mountain. Hold on. Mark 11:23. Truly I tell you, if anyone says to this mountain, go throw yourself into the sea, and does not doubt in their heart, but believes what they say will happen, it will be done for them. If the Holy Spirit comes upon you to speak a prophetic word, and you prophesy by the power of God, let there be light, and there was light. That's how God created the universe, by speaking, and that's why Jesus is called the Word. This is literal. Let me ask you a question. When has God ever actually moved a mountain? That's the question He asked me. Now, there's another place where it talks about a mountain. And it's in the book of Revelation. I want you to catch this. Revelation 8:8. The second angel sounded his trumpet, and something like a huge mountain, all ablaze, was thrown into the sea. Now, a lot of people say, oh, that's an asteroid. If an asteroid the size of a mountain were to come from outer space and hit the Earth, it would literally destroy the Earth. It would crack the Earth in half. It would be more than... But look what he says. Something like a huge mountain, all ablaze, was thrown into the sea. And then look what he says in Matthew. He says, you can say to this mountain, go throw yourself into the sea. So we have Jesus saying in Mark 11:23 and in Matthew that you can speak to a mountain and it will throw itself into the sea. Okay? You have God telling me, when have I ever done that? And then you have a verse in Revelation where it says something like a mountain blazing with fire. Now, what's like a mountain that's blazing with fire? A volcano. I'm just telling you. I believe that God is going to reach into the ground, move a volcano, and throw it into the sea. And y'all are going to witness that. I do believe it. I do. He's the one who asked me, when have I ever done that? Like he was challenging my faith. Back during a time when he was speaking to me about miracles and signs and wonders. I'm just saying. It's a literal thing that God is going to do. I'm telling you. Something like a huge mountain, all ablaze, was thrown into the sea. I'm just telling you. I believe it. I believe that if the Holy Spirit came upon someone by the power of God and they spoke, and God spoke, but through that person, in the same way, the Holy Spirit was on me. Kelly, get up! That's how somebody's raised from the dead. That's how Lazarus was raised from the dead. That's how God created the universe. Let there be light, and there was light. I'm just saying. It's not a figure of speech. It can be used as a figure of speech, of course. But let me ask you this. Jesus mentioned it twice. It's also mentioned in the book of Revelation. And my question for you is, when has God ever done that? When has God ever actually moved a mountain? And I'm not going to settle for it's a figure of speech. As a matter of fact, in 2001, I drew a little art drawing of a volcano, all ablaze, floating over a city, and the people going, "Oh God, oh God!" I'm just saying,